because believe it or not, there are levels to sin. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Right? So, hey, that's just like when you hear stories of homosexuals getting attacked or whatever. Basically, they brought the scripture tell you they brought them on themselves. I mean, it is what it is. Because honestly, if Israel was in rulership, we wouldn't have no wickedness like that. Like, it would have to be put out, right? They would probably take people to outside, right outside the town or in the middle of the town, and they would stone people for stuff like that.
Well, that's what the scripture says to do.
Right.
Read it one more time.
This is Leviticus. This is Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
That when it says their blood shall be upon them, it's really that you take them out into a field and you stone them and you leave them there, so their blood is sick, and then you bury them and forget about them. That's exactly what Apostle Tahar said, and that's what they used to do in the ancient world. They would do that for homosexuals,
adulterers,
right? Adulterers, the lesbians and such. They even did it to those children that disobeyed their parents, right? So hey, that's what the Lord requires. That's what the Lord requires. And if they were right, they wouldn't have to go through that. And what that even cleanses the world of the wickedness.
Let me get that with the rebellious son real quick. I got it. This is Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him will not hearken unto them, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of his city and unto the gate of his place, and they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard, and all the men of his city shall stone him with stones that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. Hey, I'm glad I didn't live back in those days, because I would be done for.
We all, but then how it would be, their parents will be hypocrites, and be trying to switch up. That's why when there be like rebellions against the Lord, there be Jakes going to these other heathens and living among the heathens because they know they'll get persecuted in Israel, And at a certain point, it's just not funny anymore, It's not funny, the rebellion that goes up against the Lord,
Because spiritually, it's like you're rebelling against your parents, so it's like you're rebelling against the Most High. That's really what it is. Right? Because, like the scriptures say, any order that's set up is of the Most High. So if He gave you those parents, you gotta listen to Him.
I feel like you gotta go into 13, Isaiah 13. We really should do a little search and see how many stone him. Let me see, y'all look it up real quick.
And it's just thinking on it, like it'll be beautiful in the kingdom that we're not gonna be able to sin, so we won't have to worry about things like that, right? Yeah, sin is not going to it's not going to overtake us. It's not going to find any root in us.
It's going to allow us to live forever. And we got actually,
in total bliss.
We're actually going to be able to do something with our lives, because when we conquer sin, we conquer death. Now there's different things that we can do. We can be successful in different avenues. you know, that we can't even comprehend in these bodies, you know. Where you can conquer death. Imagine conquering death in this body, you know. Now you don't like. I mean, that's something that most of these people. There's only one person that's conquered death, you know, and that's what we want to be, joint heirs, you know. You know, we will be, because we're Israelites. All the Israelites, they're gonna live forever, you know.
I got a precept.
Come on.
Now this, this is 1 Corinthians. Man, I'm going to 1 Corinthians a lot. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. Right? So we're not going to be, you know, the same as we are.
There's another one too. Leviticus 20 and 27. It says, a man also or woman that hath a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard, shall surely be put to death. They shall stone them with stones. Their blood shall be upon them.
Right.
You know, those familiar spirits, and they allow small portions of that to be seeped into these adolescents' minds. You know, as in the horoscopes. You know, sexual deviancy. You know.
Well, just recently, Erykah Badu made an incense with the smell of her vagina. Did you hear about that?
No.
Okay, she made an incense, and it's supposed to be the same smell as her vaginal fluids, and selling it. So essentially,
that's just
that. Well, you know, the elder, not the Zakbar, he was like, you know, that's sex. He's like, that's sex magic. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is, right?
Con.
Hey. And truth be told, she done made a lot of dudes go crazy. Andre 3000 in comments, so I don't want to add. I don't even want to go there.
You know what? That one Jet came up and he said she went through the 33 or something, but she didn't stop. You know, because then it's like a different level of things you have to do.
Right.
You know.
Right.
That's why, hey, when you be joining, you know, like these kids that be joining gangs and stuff like that, they say, oh, you can't join, you got to get a murder, you know, you got to get a kill, you know, because that's just a sacrifice to really these demons, to Satan, you know, right?
Well, see, and not to cut you off, but you know, that's just like how the Kappas wanted to hurt Boosie over him wearing their letters and their colors or whatnot. Like, for the most part, that's one thing that prepares people for Masons and Eastern Stars, them being in fraternities and sororities when they're in college, right? And it goes back to what the scriptures, how when our people were getting Hellenized or whatever, they wanted to be Greeks, right? They wanted to fit in. Like, so that's,
yeah, it's, you know, like it's
wicked.
always even if it's on the left hand side or right hand side, there's always like, oh, they're trying to be the top man, you know. They want to be some extreme, you know. That's why what those three rebelling against Moses. Hiram. They were rebelling against Moses because they wanted that top spot, you know.
I guess there's some numbers somewhere, but
One second. Numbers 14. 15.
Does it say their names?
Yeah. Oh, it's 16. It's Korah. It's we start at the top of 16. It was around there. I just didn't know exacts.
This is Numbers chapter 16, verse 1. Now Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kahath, the son of Levi, and Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and On, the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men, and they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron, and said unto them, Ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them. And
I don't mean to cut you off,
Okay.
but that one, there's a girl that just keep walking back and forth. She's just trying to get our attention.
the black
Yeah, she's just trying to get our,
right.
because that's all it is.
And and the thing is, we don't want y'all.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Hey,
We don't want nothing to do with you,
Kern.
right?
Oh,
Because it's really a pain to be with these women at this point, because they're not in order,
right.
You
Right.
gotta, hey, you just gotta wait for the kingdom if you really want something. Because all these women been with all these different men,
Defiled.
just, so that's the same, the way we look at beauty in this truth is different how the world looks at beauty, We gotta know what you've been about,
Yeah, because to us, a woman fully clothed, hair wrapped, that's beautiful, being in order. But all that shaking the ass and all that, that don't do nothing. That don't do nothing. It's disgusting, really.
But these people can't get that,
Right. Right.
But that's cool. You got your reward right now. We're gonna have our reward. Following Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah.
And the women we got will be untouched, except by us. Right? Not desire attention from every man they fucking see. This is Numbers chapter 16, verse 3. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron, and said unto them, Ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and Yahweh is among them. Wherefore then lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of Yahweh. And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face. And he spake unto Korah and unto all his company, saying, Even tomorrow Yahweh by Shah will show who are his and who is holy, and will cause him to come near unto him, even him whom he hath chosen will he cause to come near unto him.
You know what Moses did? He said that he fell on his face. He was like this, oh my,
Right.
He fell out because he knew that it was just them trying to get that slot, Moses knew that they were just trying to get in that position, and he's like, why would you even do this? Why? What's the point?
Well, hey, it's just like General Yohanan commanding all of Israel to come to the Passover and fall under him. Everybody will be the top man.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand why he even thinks that, but okay, yeah, I do. But either way, it's all. Anyway, Numbers 16 verse.
It's like, because even in this truth, it's like I heard the apostles say this before. It's like, what makes you so special?
Right. Right.
Tell us who you were in the ancient world. Tell us who you were in the reincarnation.
Okay.
Why did it take you this long to get in the truth then? Why did the Lord wait till you was 16 or this? Why didn't he just give it to you when you was a kid, So you always knew about this, and why aren't you getting the biggest visions? Why don't you got the breakdowns correct?
And well, that's why the scripture say, "He who humbles himself shall be exalted.
Con.
He who exalted himself shall be abased." I believe.
Con. So it's a good thing to be small in this truth. You know, do your labors, and that's all you focus on. You don't have to focus on this. I can tell these people what to do. You know,
Right.
at any given moment, or I can in the camp I control the money. You know, so I can this and that. You know, like that stuff is vanity. You know, it can really get you hurt. You know. You tap into something you're not supposed to be in.
And meanwhile, Junior Honda is telling people it's okay to go in the behind of your woman, right?
Right.
That's not sodomy, according to him. Oh, or ISUPK saying that John the Baptist wasn't in the truth.
Are these camps drunk? They really are. They really are, because they're drunk, because they got the mixed philosophies. You know, they mix off these different philosophies and stuff like that. Imagine how many people General Yohana has turned into that they saw that was okay, and now, you know, they might be attracted to that now.
Right.
You know,
Right.
they might actually be doing that and actually thinking that it's okay.
Right.
You know,
Right.
got all these people confused. You know,
Well, it's just like not pushing the mark of the beast.
Con.
How many people when that time comes that they're gonna be like, you said that this ain't the mark of the beast, or you know, but they're making everybody get microchips.
Blind leaders to the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Did I bring that scripture up?
Nah. Perfect timing.
Let them alone. Let them alone. They be blind leaders to the blind. If the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Matthew 15 and 14. Let